So we are recording, we are live. Jen is working Leo through some stuff. Just having him focus and be patient, let's going him. She has his main food there in the middle, and she's just doing a couple different things, working him for some food. What's up, 911? How are you? We do both, but primarily just pets. We don't specialize in service dogs. We specialize in real world dog behavior. So just working him, chilling out. We also have him doing that. Why don't you have him hang out there for a little bit? We have Echo over there in the corner. Can I zoom in on this? Yeah, you can. Echo chilling out. What makes this so special, we also have our new board and trained Doc kind of hanging out. Hey. And he's a dog that doesn't listen to direction well, down, but he just needs to know what it is that you're asking him to do, right? So hold on one sec. Yeah. There you go. Good job. So good, bud. So good. So he's chilling. We also got Sai. If you guys go way back with us, you know Sai from back in the day. Sai's hanging with us. Just got back from a walk. We also have Jake. I know Liz or Beth Zaza said that she was worried, didn't think that Jakey could do it, but Jake is hanging out. We got Soko here, and also Diz in the corner. So you can do your thing. So recalling him, what's pretty important here, I guess he's kind of toward the end, right?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, here.
Ah. Go higher.
Good. Let's go. Good job.
Right there. Yeah. So a couple things that I would have done. Is that your first time kind of practicing that?
Yeah, with him.
Okay, so you should have had something of higher value. Hey. Down. Higher value, and then your tap. There's no way that when you're working with food in the early stages of doing that, if it's your first time, that he's gonna work on the same level. Which is like, there's no way that I'm gonna call you off or I'm gonna get your attention in a New York club using the same volume that I would use if I was in a library, right? So here, that's the New York City club.
Good.
So give him a couple seconds, don't do it right away. Try it now.
Leo, here.
There you go, good boy. Sit him. Nice. There you go. Practice makes perfect for the dog, for us as humans, everything, right? These guys are hanging out. He hasn't broken. This is who the owner was more worried about. He's doing a board and train, lives with this guy who's recently adopted. And if you're gonna call him off, it's gonna be the last time you do it.
Leo, here.
Good boy, so good. Oh, nice. So he's starting to respond to spatial pressure, which is really good. Good job, bud. Good job. Very nice. Chilling out. This guy, awesome. Come here, bud. So they're not used to really having to like take this direction. Come. There you go. There you go. You're learning. You're learning. That is it. Gonna go ahead and work some of these guys. The other guys are gonna hold place. So that's very, very important. So Echo has already worked?
Echo's done.
He's already done. Why don't you show just some calm stuff? We'll go ahead and we'll do the same thing with him. Just kind of a couple of let's goes before I get started. And I guess who's the first person I should work? Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll work. Actually, I'm gonna work Jake first because we filmed Doc before. We haven't really filmed much of Jake. So this will be here. The food will be there. It'll be known. And we're just working on getting Echo calmer. He's a dog that performs. He's a dog that he's had some destructive, damaging, self-destructive anxiety issues. So Now we have him really excited to do this stuff, but we also want him to be happy to do it, but also not through the roof excited where he can't focus. So now this portion of the remainder of his board and train is just calming stuff, teaching him how to still enjoy it, but not be so like, I really have to work, I really have to do this, and that's a big challenge for him, right? I don't think so, no. I mean, I'm sure some of them are, but it doesn't really matter. Shh, Leo.
Echo, let's go.
Tap more. Yeah.
Good job. Nope. So good.
And then you're gonna have to correct Leo for his little whining there. I can hear it a little bit. There we go. So that's what we got going on. Nice, very calm. You can go ahead and place him. You can see right there, he kind of gets, and it's not horrible, but that's really important. You're chilling. We're using right now a four dog e-collar technologies. Yeah. Your body was a little confusing for what you were asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If I don't get the right thing from Echo, I know I'm being confusing.
That's true. Here, I'm gonna have you hold this. You can just grab a seat there.
Okay.
I'm gonna end up working Jake over here. So what we're gonna do now is just me working with Jake. These guys are hanging out. So even while dogs aren't doing anything, they are working because they're seeing food being introduced. They're seeing. I'm gonna hold on to that for him. Thanks.
You want the clip?
Yeah. Orange, right? Hey.
Yeah.
No. They're seeing food kind of being distributed. They're seeing dogs in movement. They're seeing a lot of that stuff, and they have to learn how to just chill. So even the dogs that aren't being worked are being worked. You know. This guy, nope. No. He doesn't really know how to listen. He's learning this, so we're doing this a little bit early because I'm here. Yeah. Confident in this. Hey. They smell this food. Here you go. Shut up. Get this here. Good thing is he's becoming food motivated, right? Nope. Good.
That's true. He was very.
Yeah, he was very like not even just I don't really want the food. Good. Like we did a Periscope just yesterday where like I was showing you how he was turning his head when I was trying to offer him food. Now he's kind of getting into the rhythm. He's like, man, I want to eat. What do I have to do? So that's good. But right now, what he has to do is this. That's his job, right? Now we're going to work with the dog that he lives with. Nope. And it's just, he's got to learn. So I don't have to be mean, but I have to mean what I say. I got to follow through. That's very important. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab Jake. What's up, bud? What's up, bud? I'll probably create a little more distance. Kind of over here. All I'm doing with him is I'm trying to create a little more drive, right? So I want to create drive, but I don't want to create anxiety. A lot of the drive creates dogs that are so spastic. Nope. Good. And this is all stuff that would normally like set him off. Down. So the fact that he's taking this facial pressure direction, even though it's not strong, he was a dog that like didn't respond to that. So already we have a lot of awesome results in him. So what I was saying is a lot of dogs are like super anxious, and they know how to work, but they don't know how to focus while they're working. They just go through the rhythm, right? So for this guy, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on some eye contact, and we're gonna work on placing him. Because he's new to working for food, we're gonna do a couple of simple things with markers, right? We're gonna bring him over. The pressure creates the sit. Yes, very good. Getting into a little bit of a rhythm here. We expect a slower dog. It's a dog that's not used to working yet, but eventually the speed will come. Sit. Yes. Good job. And right now, all this is about is teaching him that he's not getting the food for no reason. He's getting the food because he's doing something. In this case, it's paying attention to what I'm asking for. Sit. Yes. Good job. So now we're going to transfer this, a dog that's eating, a dog that's starting to kind of get into the rhythm, into simply walking. By the end of this session, I like to be saying it with minimal body language and see that he's going to go on. So we'll see how that looks, right? So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to guide him on. Yes. I got it.
Good job. Yeah.
I got it. Sit. Good. Down. Good boy. Get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Probably do it more this way.
So why'd you switch?
I switched because when I was guessing, my body language was a little suggestive toward these other dogs in the room. So that now that my body language is suggestive this way, the only dog I have to worry about is him over there, and he's further along in the program than this dog is. So I want to set him up for success. Great question. Was that you that asked or somebody that asked?
It was me that asked. I knew the answer, but I thought other people might want to know.
Yes. And you'll notice I'm waiting specifically because I've done this with him before, once before, and just for him going on that I was guessing, and now I'm asking for a little bit more. But because I know that once I'm stationary, and my body and my leash and my lure can get him on that placemat, I know that I can get this. Yes. Only because I know I can get that will I name it. So basically, he knows place, he doesn't know what place is called. Right? So I can name that strawberries, I can name it peanut butter at this point. The name is not important, so the same thing goes for sit, the same thing goes for down, the same thing goes for yes, for no, for attack, or whatever. This is a point that once I know I can get the behavior, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to name the behavior. So the way it gets named is, I don't expect him to say, I don't expect to say place and him know it, but what I do expect is I expect for me to say it and then have my body and my language do what I've already been doing to get him on there. Eventually, just saying it will be enough, right? So it will look like this. Place. Yes. A little bit of that. Finish. And this is the early stages. This is the stuff that a lot of people don't show because the dog doesn't look flashy. It's like that dog doesn't look like it knows anything. Yeah, because we just started. Place. Yes. As you can see now, like my movement's going to start to get a little more enthusiastic, as well as his movement off of the yes and eventually you'll start seeing him getting more enthusiastic to send. Once he goes, wait a minute, when you say place, can I jump on that thing? And then for jumping on that thing, you say yes, and that's what gets you the food, you start to see things kind of connect, right? Okay. Place. Yes. Good boy. Let me keep it very simple. Yeah, push it up. Place.
Nope.
You just want some water. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to catch him. Nope. I'm going to bring him over here. That's it. That's what he wanted the whole time. But
I'm kind of thinking that. But
yeah, I knew it too.
Yeah.
I was actually going to actually hold him and then kind of wait. Come on, let's go. Now I'll give him the okay. I can't let him think that like he only holds a place until like he wants something like that. Now, then he can break the rules. It's like I had to know that. That was my mistake, if anything, and I could have given him more, even though I knew that I was going to give it to him later. But it's like there should be no exceptions, right? Now we're live on Periscope. We look like the trainers that don't give their dogs water.
There's Sai, chilling.
Good boy. Thanks. Yeah. Good job. I'm going to go ahead and see if he wants some as well. Turn. Come on. A little nervous. So if he doesn't know this leash pressure, I'll give him a shot over here. It's more pulling toward the wall that is the problem. But if he doesn't want the water, that's it. I gave him a shot, that's fine, all good. Not gonna stress over that. So now we'll get into our rhythm. Place. Yes. Place. Go. Yes. He's distracted by that one kibble on the ground. I'm gonna have to pick that up here in just a sec. Or actually, I'll pick it up. But here's the thing. You see.
You might want to move him.
What?
You might want to move him. He just kind of like half threw up water on himself.
Oh, really?
Because he drank so much.
Oh. You drink too much? Come here. Let me get you over here. You can hang out on that one. Good job. Now here's the thing. We have a dog that you see is like, yeah, I'll do it, I'll take the food, I'll do it, I'll take the food. But we're also working with a dog that when he first came in, couldn't get his mind off of everything over there. So little by little, he's making the choice to focus more on me than his surroundings, right? He's also a dog that struggles when around other dogs because he always wants to say hi or he always wants to play. So now we have a dog that's gotten over that, but he's not driving the way you want to see. That's not anything I correct, like with a correction. That's something I correct with consistency and also knowing that by doing this and working him for his food, when he decides to lose his focus and he's not interested in food, that's all right. We'll come back to it. If this is the evening feeding, we'll come back to it for breakfast tomorrow. If he's working for breakfast for a little bit and then he loses interest, then that's it. We'll come back to it for dinner time. And eventually what happens is he goes, all right, nothing else matters. Come on, let's work. Now I'm actually hungry. And that's how he starts to learn how to put the blinders on for everything else, right? Jake, place. Yes. And I don't know if you noticed there, I actually hardly used, I didn't guide him on, right? Which is a pretty big deal. So we'll do this one more time and actually, even though, nope. Both of them.
Wow.
Good. Got it. Good. So he is eager for food. I'm excited to work him next.
Yeah.
Right? So check this out, right? Now another thing that's important, and I think we covered this the other day, you'll notice I always have the dog here, then it's me, then it's the placemat. In the early stages of placing a dog, I want to be in the middle so that my body language, if the placemat is here, can travel across and help guide him. Because even though he's making the distance to send from here to here, it's easy if I'm there to guide him versus if I was here and I'm telling him place from here. Down the road, I want him to be able to do that, but in the beginning, I have to help him more. So if I say place and do something like this, it's much, much easier for him to be successful. Eventually, I can use less luring and more just body language suggesting. Eventually, I can fade the body language suggesting out as well, okay? So I'll show you this right here. Place. Yes. So you'll see my body turn, but I didn't point, I didn't do anything, I just kind of did that, so we're getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Come here, bud. I'm going to reset him back over here. Place. And I help a little more by giving more information. I took the training wheels off a little too soon. So that's all right, I just put one back on, and now this. I get into more of a little bit of a rhythm. But that's how you learn where a dog is. When you start seeing real kind of drive, a dog starts offering up more behavior. So a dog is like, oh, that's not it, but what if I jump on here? And you start getting more kind of spontaneous behavior that you can then begin to kind of focus or create the focus. So for him, place. Yes, good job, buddy. So good. So good. Really good. Come here, buddy. Right back into it. Place. Yes. And it's very hard for a dog in the early stages to go from follow the food to place to now you want this food, go to place over there to get this. Because the dog's like, but the food's there. But you really get the brain thinking, right? So I'll show you again. Very easy if I go place and I got it right on. Yes. But eventually you want to fade that out. So the next step, right over here. You want this food, place. Yes. And I'm going to end him on that. Let his brain process, let him go, okay, that was an interesting session. Keep it nice and easy. We don't have a dry ego just yet. And then I'm just going to hold eye contact with the doc, aka the doctor. So you got to see him on the last session. We're going to end this session. We'll do a Q&A. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a little bit of a Q&A, like a Blake's thoughts on. We'll do another topic. Maybe we'll do the difference between a correction and an interruption, or the difference in the similarities, and we'll just go from there. All right, guys. Nope.